Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we are returning to The Great War Western Front, a game which comes out on Steam tomorrow, although if you purchase it and pre-order it today, you get access to it now, so I guess you could say it's out now. This is a World War I game that allows you to play through the First World War in either the campaign mode, a skirmish mode, a historical battle mode, or a multiplayer mode that looks at skirmish battles. And this is a campaign that we're playing through today. We're playing through the Central Powers or the German Empire campaign. We played through a couple of episodes previously and were able to break through the British lines up in the north near Arras. We are trying to defeat a French position in the south near Verdun. Our goal in these two offensive strategies: one, isolate the British in the north, perhaps break through, take Calais, and bag the enemy troops at the important salient of Ypres. And then in the south, working on isolating Verdun and a large amount of French troops there, and hopefully either isolating or destroying them. We're about to fight a battle against the French in the south, and that's where we're picking up things. This was pulled from a live stream, so I'm just going to go ahead and turn myself back over to myself, and we'll pick things up there. The High Command strategy is to identify enemy salients and move to exploit them by surrounding them and then reducing them. We've identified one such salient north at Ypres. We have identified another such salient at Verdun. I think they're very helpful, Kia. I don't even know if I looked to see if I had a supply depot here. Alright, what does the enemy have? So my main concern is just that a lot of these maps are a little too samey. And that it's like, this looks like almost the exact same map we just fought on. It's not. There's no railroad in the back, but does THG win? Goddamn right, I'll win. B looks pretty exposed, actually, so we're going to focus on the right flank. I'm going to save some supply. I'm not going to build the whole trench network this time. B looks exposed. Frankly, so does A. This whole map is pretty open. All right, let's go ahead and build some guns. All right, the heavy guns here can hit pretty much the whole map. So we'll build 2 batteries of heavy guns, 1 battery of light guns. We only have 200 supply. God. After I spent all that on those. Good return if you bet no. Yeah, I guess. All right, so that was 20 or so battalions that we've deployed. We know the French have fewer troops than us, but I don't know what their supply situation is like. I probably bought more artillery than I'll have supply to use. Let's begin the battle. I'm not setting up any defenses or any additional trenches or anything like that. A depot gives you additional supply, Kia, so it lets you pull supply from the main. Okay, we do get a little more, but basically the way the depot works is it gives you have a global supply amount, which ours is around 2,000, and a depot allows you to draw from that, so it gives you supplemental supply. If you don't have a depot, then it's kind of like the soldiers have the ammo that's in their kit. The artillery has the ammo that are in its limbers, but you don't have access to like the theater reserve if you look. All right, so I built a bunch more trenches on the headquarters area. Left flank's pretty open. I have no trees to hide behind. Good news, we got more supply, though. Right, I'm going to do a little recon first with one of our troop companies. Sorry, boys. And even though I didn't build a full trench line, I'm feeling pretty good about the defensive line here. It's pretty almost end to end. Go French. Not me. I'm looking at you. Supplemental supply mantle. Oh God. Say that 10 times. Brave, 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 Sir Recon ran away. They bravely ran away. Actually, look at this right here. Okay, first off, the AI is using balloons. We can see they've got an observation balloon right here. Second off, look at this. The French have much more strength than any of the enemy that we fought so far. So keep that in mind. They will be presumably well armed or well equipped or well something. I don't see any troops in these forward trenches. Oh, no, don't do that. Oh, you're getting hit by a machine gun. I guess that's why you don't expose your flank to an MG in the open. What's their range, boys? All right, you can withdraw. Well, at least we know there's an enemy gun here. We're going to drop Artie on it. And there's an enemy balloon here. We're going to drop Artie on it. Later in the war, when you have like aviation and stuff, you can also use that to destroy enemy balloons and things like that. They've actually got 2 observation balloons. Jesus. How much supply did they spend? Also, Anonymous, thank you. Very generous. Whoever you are that just gifted the channel 20 subs. Greatly appreciated. All right, so we're going to drop Artie on this. I don't know why they leave their balloon truck out front of their front lines. It was Tortuga. What? Tortuga? Did you really? That seems unlikely. Tortuga's not that generous. All right, we destroyed the... Oh, wow. Did you guys see that? The dude in the observation net, like who was spotting for the guns, he fell. You could see his body fall. This portion here, like the AI may need a little work on some of the trench building. This I don't believe is a trench you can occupy right here. I believe this is like a communications slit trench. So you can move through it, but you can't occupy it. Tortuga's not even here. Why would you trick me? Why would you say such a thing? We're gonna try and take out these enemy balloons. Scudda, everyone is good. Thank you. Firefly, thanks for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. We're going to take out these enemy balloons before we actually... I hope I'm actually dropping Artie on the right spot. Maybe I should. Because it didn't come down that time. Hype train! Thank you for the bits, Captain Flack. Alright, we're gonna send one more recon platoon up. Alright, we know there's an MG nest there. We'll try and destroy it with that Artie. Level 5. Hauser, thank you for the resub. Appreciate the support. Thank you guys. Very, very generous, all of you. All right, so we did not... Why are you... Halt! All right, so there's... This one seems... I don't know if it's an armored truck or what, but it seems more durable. Get these balloons, you bastards. Meanwhile, our infantry stopped short. There's no one shooting at them at the moment. They appear to be not in any enemy infantry's line of sight. Watch him fall. Watch him go. There he goes. Ah! Oh, the humanity.
Bereit machen.
They can close and grenade them, yes, but if there's any enemy troops there, then they'll die. They're just a lone company. That sounded like a whole family was up there. Maybe. All right. Do I dare send them to their death over this way? Or do we swing them back over here?
Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen. Achtung! Bewegt euch! Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir müssen los.
Getting shot at by an enemy MG nest over here. So this is obviously ahistorical, but I certainly love to use Artie to just obliterate enemy MG nests. It's ahistorical in the way of it's like, oh, contact, quick, call in artillery barrage. Yay!
Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir ziehen uns zurück.
Okay. By the way, I think we're actually either one sub shy or we just hit another sub, or we just hit the amount. I can't remember, to unlock more emotes.
Hier, halt machen. Wir haben neue Befehle. Halt!
Halt! Don't move into the artillery. Let it shoot in front of you. Obviously also ahistorical to know exactly where the artie's gonna drop. We're getting hit by some troops somewhere. Someone's shooting at me. That would be infantry. Oh shit, they're out of range.
Bereit machen. Rettet euch!
Oh god, they've got two. They've got this line well held. Oh boy, there's so many so much artillery. I'm just running my own troops into my own artillery. And they're dying very fast. Well, this does not look like a promising battle, boys. I guess the question is, how much more do I want to deploy to try and take this map? It seems like they are well entrenched.
Achtung! Ausrücken!
All right, let's see what they got on the right flank. We've destroyed a couple of their machine gun nests. I think my left is somewhat okay.
Wir sind eingetroffen und warten auf Befehle. Wir kommen wohl zu spät zur Party.
We'll reinforce our left flank. Okay.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir sind unterwegs. Wir haben neue Befehle. Bewegt euch!
The problem is I don't have
Warten auf Befehle und gefechtsbereit machen. Hier anhalten!
I don't have rolling barrages, which would be very useful. All right, advance, boys. I don't know if there's enemy troops there, but I'm dropping Artie on them anyway, just in case. Suppression barrage back there on that MG nest. Oh my god. Well. Oh my god, everybody's dying. Yeah, rolling barrage also provides smoke screen. We're gonna try one more time. It's hard when they've got troops and trenches everywhere, right? Let's get our Artie back.
Bereit machen. Wir halten
At least we got their balloons. In terms of the total value of stuff lost, that might equal quite a bit of our own supply.
Achtung! Jetzt aber im Laufschritt!
Where was the MG nest that we saw?
Seid bereit, bereit für Feuerwalze! Bereit für Feuerwalze! Klar machen! Alle Waffen abfeuern!
Wir haben neue Befehle. Bereit an der Linie. Wir haben neue Befehle.
Laden Sie nach! Für Sperrfeuerwalze laden! Wir haben unsere Ziele!
Warten auf Befehle.
Oh, they're dropping already on my troops in the rear. Get to the line, boys, before you all die. At least we got one of them, I think. All right. Their front line is overrun. I don't know that that'll do me any good with the next line.
Positionen vorbereiten! Mannschaften bereit! Auf Feuerwalze vorbereiten! Seid bereit für Feuerwalze! Bevorstellung! Feuerwalze einladen!
Wir haben neue Befehle. Beim Laufschritt.
Move, boys, move!
Warten auf Befehle. Bereit machen. Feuerstellung. Achtung!
I defeated one French company and have lost like 12. I think we will take the position on the right. Position on the left, not so much. Over the top, lads!
Wir haben neue Befehle. Vorne. Ausrücken. Die Waffen niederlegen. Warten auf Befehle.
Are they dropping already on their own spot? It looks like it.
Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen.
I think we took out a second company. Don't we need to destroy 10 companies, Kia? I mean, I definitely don't have the troops to take this position.
Ladet sie Koordinaten für Feuerwalze vorbereiten! Wir haben unsere Ziele!
Maybe if we commit everything we have on the left.
Bereit machen. Wir sind unterwegs. Achtung!
Maybe.
Bewegt euch.
Mannschaft, diese Position mit
No, I don't want to do that. I think one heavy barrage is better than... Yeah, they're going to destroy me. With arty. Because I have no bunkers to hide in. I don't think I have anyone else on the right flank. I have additional troops coming up from the left. Oh, I do have two more on the right.
Befehle. Wir müssen los. Wir haben neue Befehle.
The problem at this point is supply. Oh my god, I can't even get to the forward troops who are in the trenches without getting hit. Alright, we just destroyed an enemy MG nest.
Warten auf Befehle. Bereit an der Linie. Bereit machen. Alle Mann zurückziehen. Achtung! An die Linie.
I have enough supply for one more harassing barrage. I think.
Feuerstellung.
Sure seems like for your soldiers in this game, the only winning move is not to play.
Wir haben neue
Sounds-
Befehle. Alle zurückziehen! Warten auf Befehle.
Yeah, so I say we just do a ceasefire before everybody dies. Ceasefire! Battles in this war won by inches, not miles. While this is not a complete victory, any progress we make will push the enemy back and reduce his will to fight. Well, we didn't take any territory, so... It's called a stalemate and everybody loses, but I'm pretty sure we lost more than them. So you can see... By the way, you guys, so you saw the casualties for the German side are on the French side and the French are on the German. That's because this is counting up how your points were developed. So the Germans scored 180 points for destroying 4 weapon emplacements. They scored 20 points for destroying 1,800 French troops. The French scored 1,280 points. 280 points of that because they destroyed 3,600 German troops. And so that's where the point breakdowns come from. All right, so that was not a good battle for us. What did we destroyed 2 MGNS with 1 enemy unit withdrawn, 3 MGNS retreated and withdrawn. Withdrawn. So they actually withdrew quite a few infantry units. We had to spend 486 gold to replace our losses. Corsair or Hellcat? Hellcat. No question. Corsair was prettier, but Hellcat was the better plane. All right, so we lose 1 national morale. They gain 5, I guess, by holding the line. Was that Hex? Did it have a depot? It did not. That's another thing that hurt us there, is we had no depot. Yeah, that's a loss for sure. I do not think I want to spend any more supply or gold fighting another battle there. So we're going to end the turn, and we're going to see what the AI has in store for us. You can see they moved a huge force to Bray from Calais. Their full reserve of the British Army now appears to be there. We get 1,000 gold reserves for our next month. Remember, we started last turn with 8,000, so we got 1,000 back. You can see how the attrition there on our reserves for all of that fighting. We launched 3 attacks that turn. You can obviously only do so much. We do get 1 more point, and it doesn't 1 more research point, and it doesn't look like the AI did much to, like, they didn't try and attack us at all. They just seem to be content to dig in. We got another event, so one of ours is to defeat 10 French companies. We defeated 6, so there's 4 more. We'd get a bonus of 400 gold for that. And then open the skies. We've used aircraft for civilian duties, but we have yet to truly appreciate or apply them to war. We need more research to determine if they're a valid weapon. So we would need to research fighter planes, and then we would get a free air wing to our headquarters. We have 1 research point left. I suppose we could spend it on fighters. As I understand it, you do not get enough research points to do all of your tech. So if you spread everything out, you might have a generalized army that's not terribly good. That's kind of what we did last turn. We actually started with heavy artillery efficiency. That's, I guess, what the Germans start with. We invested in trench engineering because I'm assuming that we're going to want more better trenches, especially being the Germans. We're probably going to be outnumbered. Logistics, I thought, was important to have depots to be able to support offensives. And then we also did improved helmets, which improves the health of your infantry. But I suppose just because we've got a free air unit, I'm going to go ahead and research air stuff. And now we should get a free air unit here. Plus, we get +5 national will. I don't know where we're going to use the aircraft. I play for the bad guys. Sorry, SEO. Are the Germans really the bad guys in World War I? Whoever bet against me, I shake my fist in your general direction. Me, not an alien. Thank you very much for the sub, by the way. Appreciate that. We're up to 126 subs on the channel, guys. Now, granted, 70 of them, I believe, were gifted in one night. So that was a little bit bonkers by Templar. The sequel, the Germans were not, they weren't the good guys in World War I, but I don't know that I'd like flat out say they were the bad guys. They were the irresponsible guys, perhaps. I shake because you bet against me. I don't care that you won. All right, so it looks like we got 4 free fighter units, 4 free air wings, and then we also got 1 new conscript infantry corps at our headquarters. Meanwhile, at Arras, where we broke through the enemy line last turn, we still have 1 hex in defense. We've got those 3 units we deployed here. Okay. We also have a depot that we seized there from the enemy, so thank God. And the enemy, it looks like they moved their whole reserve over here. And meanwhile, they may have weakened the force at Ypres. 6 corps at Villers-Bretonneux. See, this feels like the kind of game where it's like, if you have the advantage in manpower, you can force your way through the trenches. But as we saw in that last battle, if you don't have enough supply, you're fucking toast. You think they're amassing for an attack? I mean, Arras would not be difficult for them to retake.
Achtung!
This is weird. When you click on a hex, everything gets automatically set up to move. You've got to manually choose not to move. All right, so we're going to reinforce here. So we've got 6 corps in the defensive there.
Wir haben neue Befehle.
And then we will leave 6 corps at Peronne. And while my strategic objective is 100% to focus on the British, the question is how best to do that. Let's do this. Let's move
Wir haben neue Befehle.
1 conscript corps and 1 regular corps to Ghent.
Ausrücken.
And then we will move another regular corps and a conscript corps
Wir sind unterwegs.
to Oudenarde. Then we're going to pull 2 of these elite corps out of Peronne and move them back to the headquarters at Kreuznach. Congratulations, boys. Did I just move? No, I kept them there. Okay. All right. I don't know how your own tech encourages or discourages the enemy to move. I am going to go ahead and move 1 air unit to Arras at the front. We're also going to move 1 to Peronne, just trying to see where the enemy seems likely to attack. And then, like, maybe they're going to try and attack into Germany here. Colmar, look at this buildup of troops up at Epnal and Luneville. I wouldn't think a southern strategy would be the right approach for the French, but what the hell do I know? Let's move in a conscript unit to Colmar, reinforce the guys there. Colmar should also build a depot. Saarburg as well. Just in the event the enemy does want to attack us there. The stars represent the defensive abilities of the hex. if you get down to 0 stars, you lose the hex. Okay. Well, we could wait this turn and play defensive, but I'll be honest, if we're really trying to focus on a northern strategy and to drive for Calais, Ypres being so exposed, like, it feels like we would be doing ourselves a disservice if we don't try and attack at Ypres. So the problem is the troops that I redeployed from Oderande and Ghent can't attack this turn. They have to wait. What can I do to strengthen my southern flank? Well, I already deployed some reserves to Colmar, and I added some air units to that location as well. I also built depots there so we can pull more supplies. I like to think we'd be able to hold out against the AI. This is only Western Front, SEO. You wish the map looked less Hearts of Iron? Spending all of our gold. Also, you can use gold to buy air wings too, so that's worth considering. Or supply. All right, let's launch an attack out of Lille to Ypres. Auto-resolve says likely outcome is a great victory. Let's see how accurate auto-resolve is. It says the attack supply is 100. That'd use a hell of a lot less supply than me fighting the battle. Great victory! Increased our national morale by 9, reduced theirs by 22. Wow, the AI was really efficient. It only cost 38 gold for the losses that we took. So as you can see, the Ypres went from 3 stars to 2. Oderande has 2 cores. Actually, both that and Ghent do. Let's do another attack. See if it works again. A major victory, which apparently was not good enough to reduce. You need a great victory to reduce the defensive stars there. We'll do another auto-resolve. We're auto-resolving the whole Battle of Ypres. There's another major victory, but no great victory. So we're reducing the enemy national morale, but we're not actually taking the base. If we had played both those battles, we might have managed to take the base over. So it's 500 gold. Oh, I thought it was 500 supply. It's 500 gold for 150 supply. Jesus. All right, and again, we want to demoralize the French. What if I just launch a auto-resolve this battle? Stalemate. Did we at least accomplish our goal? No, I'm assuming you got to do that on the actual battlefield then. All right, well, we're not going to do any more attacking this turn. That was a very active turn for the Germans. 3 assaults on Ypres. Reinforcing our positions at Arras and Péronne. Bringing air units forward. I don't know if R&D makes better. You can get additional gold. But I'm not sure. Oh yeah, increased gold reserve to supply purchase ratio. Yeah, so logistics does let you do that. I'm really curious how well balanced some of this stuff is. British blockade. Soon after the war began, the powerful Royal Navy blockaded Germany in an attempt to prevent supplies from reaching the Central Power nations. This included continuous patrolling, capturing, intercepting, or confiscating ships in ports, and also mine-laying in international waters to prevent all travel. More than 400,000 deaths from starvation and disease are estimated to have been caused by the blockade. The aggressive tactic also affected neutral and allied nations who are not safe from the mines. Okay. The British get national morale bonus because of the blockade, I suppose. We also get additional R&D. So we could increase our income. We could really go down the logistical track. I'm just not sure which the right track is. Balance is generally bad, I think. Does Intel give more research? I don't know. I would love the ability to do a pre-battle bombardment. I'm guessing that's under artillery. Yeah, siege artillery. Well, we can get more gold, and we're already spending a lot by going down the logistical track, so we'll do that. And end the turn. We're moving into February. Let's see if the AI launches any attacks of its own. It is. So we assumed they would launch an attack near the south. They're attacking out of Luneville to Colmar. My main concern is lack of like actually quality trenches to hide in from enemy guns. Let's go ahead and fight this battle. It says it's going to be a stalemate, so it's kind of like, why would you bother fighting it? But I would like to see what we can do. This will be our first look at a defensive battle. Defense. Defense.
Shove it up their commie asses, sir.
That wasn't the one I wanted. Oh, Aaron Rodgers. Okay. So we need to hold our objectives. We have a fair amount of trenches to start. They're not great trenches, but we have some. So let's do this. 30 is a lot of... Like, basic firing trenches at 2 are cheap, but 30 is expensive. Let's go ahead and link up our... front. Okay. All right, so we have our front line is more or less linked together. I don't really want to spend more for that. How much are our troops? They're only 1. Oh, because they're conscript troops. So I was like, wow, they're cheap. So soldiers is not going to be the issue. Observation might be. An observation balloon would be nice, but fairly expensive. Now we're on the defensive, so I don't need to quite hammer their trenches as much. Perhaps. All right, so we'll do 2 heavy artillery battalions or batteries. We'll look at some MGs as well. Alright, so I think that's a decent amount of MGs. Probably enough artillery.
Melde mich zum Dienst. Verstärkung macht Meldung. Verstärkung bereit.
See if we can... I'm not sure if we can put 2 in every trench along the way or not.
Melde mich zum Dienst. Verstärkung macht Meldung. Verstärkung bereit. Wir sind eingetroffen und warten auf Befehle. Wir kommen wohl zu spät zur Party. Melde mich zum Dienst.
You know, actually, part of me is thinking
Wir haben neue Befehle.
it's going to be better to deploy some of these guys
Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen. Bereit machen.
in a second trench, because the guys who are not on the firing line can actually not shoot, I don't believe. I think they just sit there as sort of a reserve, and then you can alternate units on the firing step. So I'm thinking it would be better to not have them be in the front line, just because if the enemy does drop arty on us, that's gonna suck.
Wir haben neue Befehle. An die Linie. Wir haben neue Befehle.
Better to have a reserve and a second trench line that can storm forward, I think.
Warten auf Befehle. Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen. In Stellung gehen.
All right. The units that are in 2 trenches. Where did those troops go? They just disappear? They go back into the reserve?
Verstärkung macht Meldung.
Anyway, we put 2 firing trenches on the right there. Spent probably more than I wanted to do that.
Verstärkung bereit. Wir sind eingetroffen und warten auf Befehle. Achtung! Wir haben neue Befehle.
Really? I
Wir
can't move
haben
them?
neue Befehle. Wir kommen wohl zu spät zur Party. Melde
Okay.
mich zum Dienst. Verstärkung macht Meldung. Verstärkung bereit.
All right, that's everybody. Fully deployed. Let's also link some of these forward lines here with some command trenches. That does risk a little bit of exposure if the enemy breaks through a line, but it also makes it less likely that we have to charge across open ground to get back into our own trenches. Do we want to have a light artillery? I mean, we don't have any more stacked units. I could withdraw 1 infantry unit, but honestly, I just don't know that that's... You know what we should do? Can I undo any of this? First off, wait. Can we undo this? That was a silly deployment.
Wir sind eingetroffen und warten auf Befehle.
Nice. Machine guns don't count as against your cap. Okay. I'm assuming we've got a depot, so we'll get more supply with the battle starting. Zasta, I've seen troops using trenches to navigate. So I think so. All right, so we got a little more supply. We do have air support available to us. It does cost 30 supply, so it ain't cheap. Can we do a balloon busting mission? Doesn't look like it. We're going to use 30 supply anyway to bring in an air unit. Here they come. Do we not have any? I would have thought air units gave us some ground visibility. Yeah, the enemy has multiple balloons. I'm a little disappointed in that, frankly. I would have thought that it would have given us some recon on the ground. See if we can take out those enemy balloons so they don't have perfect knowledge of where to drop their arty. All right, the enemy is on the offensive here, so they should be the ones attacking. Recon by plane might be research. I suppose it might be.
Positionen vorbereiten.
All right, the enemy is launching an artillery barrage on our left flank on a machine gun nest here. Enemy infantry advancing across no man's land. Consider, oh, there's Belgian troops here too. Bring the arty down. All right, they're going to move right through that line of arty. We got one of their units already. Remember, we just need 4, and then we got another one. They did destroy our balloon on the left. They've got commandos, I think. Let's pause here. It looks like they might overrun us. I don't know what these units are, but they look like they're leveled up troops, so I'm gonna hit them. They're going hard for our left. All right, you can see these buildings are fully destructible. I think they're going to take that trench. I think these might be commandos who fight much better in trenches. Oh my god, look at all those boys. Look at them all. Oh my god. They're also pounding my machine gun nest. There's so many of them.
Warten auf Befehle.
I do have some troops in reserve.
Positionen vorbereitet für Feuerwalze. Feuer!
Hit all these fuckers in the open. They're advancing as I'm moving through these trenches. Where are they going anyway? I guess it might be a bad idea to just like... My artillery is totally going to get destroyed there. Why can I not shoot any of this stuff? None of these guys are in range? Pause. Okay, so they're probably going to destroy this artillery unit here, but let's try and work our way up the trench lines. Everybody shift one trench to the right. Oh my god, look at all of these troops. How many men do they have in this attack? Also, they're pounding some of my troops in the open. All right, I think I'm going to overrun these Belgians here on the left. The enemy's taken one of our control points. Yeah, thanks, I'm aware. The enemy's dropping already on this point as well. If they're going to overrun us up to the right as well, that's going to suck. My artillery's doomed. This was supposed to be a stalemate. I was wrong. I was so wrong. Can you... The range is too short. I can't call artillery down. They're in amongst my defensive lines, and I have no way to pull artillery in on them. Ugh. Goddamn troops. We're losing another point. At least in theory. Oh god, they just obliterated that MG nest. At least in theory, we might hold against these guys on the left. Probably not. Oh my god.
Wir müssen los. Positionen vorbereiten. Lauft! Warten auf Befehle. Wir sind verloren.
All right, so we held at least that initial assault. But there more are coming. There's so many of them. My artillery is... The problem is I can't use any of this arty against them. They have so much artillery in this battle. It is nuts. The front line is totally broken. Yeah, they're in on our flank. Deploy in the open and fire at will. Oh man, they surrendered already? God, you guys. Haven't any of you ever used a gun before? So a balloon, I really think in retrospect, a balloon would have been a game changer in this battle. I know we're getting absolutely rolled, but so much of our defeat had to do with once they cracked that first line, we had no way to stop them. Especially with sub-quality troops. So I really think if we had hit them when they were in the open with multiple heavy artillery barrages and made them run through it, it would have been very different. But the enemy sure spent a lot of money on frickin' artillery on this battle. Oh my god. It's Someone talked to Douglas Haig and was like, hey, what should we do? And Haig was like, well, I got an idea. Let me tell you the secret to this fight. I don't know why he's a southerner now. And we're gonna lose. I don't even want to call in my remaining troops. They're just gonna die to no purpose. But we'll do it anyway. Yeah, the single trench line strategy did not work well. We have no troops in the... Oh my god. How many? Oh my god. They actually lost a pretty heavy amount of troops. Interestingly enough. These guys came in column formation and just got obliterated by like 8 companies of troops. Well, we lost, boys. I'm confused why the enemy hasn't moved into the trench yet. Oh, there we go. It's a learning experience. Oh no. Oh no, charcoal. They'll live to rebuild Germany. Not the Germany we want them to rebuild. We need to win this war. Here, guys, this is going to be my best argument for why the Germans in World War I are the good guys. In order, if the Germans had won in World War I, World War II would not have occurred, at least not in the way that it did. World War II may have occurred, but Hitler would not have risen to power. And so, with no Hitler, World War II is very different. So therefore, the Germans are the good guys. By the Allies winning in World War I, they ensured the rise of Adolf Hitler. That makes the... Well, that's going to be a defeat, guys. A very bloody and messy defeat. We'll have to see how we can regroup in the next battle, but the AI completely stomped me and overran me. They took a fair amount of elite soldier casualties, so the actual points that they lost in terms of casualties and the replenishment rates were fairly similar, but it was definitely a defeat, and we're going to have to respond to that. But we'll take care of that in the next episode. Until then, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm out.